Hey everybody, hope you're enjoying all my videos here on YouTube. Just wanted to talk a little bit today about preparing for a long trip, specifically for a long trip in a classic car. Next week I will be leaving to go to Colorado to, as long as it checks out, get a 59 Impala four-door hardtop. It's a 348 car, totally redone. Should be good to go. But what I want to talk a little bit about is the basic tool groups that you're going to need for a trip like this. What you want to do, you want to go down to your local Harbor Freight and you want to buy you one of these lightweight jacks here. And you can take the handle off, and you can take that with you. You also need a 4-way lug wrench. Now, for the fancy folks in life who have a battery powered impact, you can take that too. I don't have one, so I'm gonna stick with the 4-way. If you don't have a 4-way, make sure you take a big breaker bar and a socket that fits the lugs. Now, I'm taking a rental car out to get the car, and I'm coming back Route 66. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of doing, but basically, I'm gonna be in a classic car, so there's no metrics on a classic car. So unless it's had updated stuff, and this one, except for vintage air, pretty much has not. It's just disc brakes and that kind of thing. So basically I want to talk a little bit about what you're going to need here. You want to take a wiring kit. You want to have extra fuses. You want to have, a fuse holder. You want to take some clamps. We open this up here. You want to take zip ties. Really the size doesn't matter in an emergency repair. You've got alligator clip things here, electrical tape. You've got a terminal kit with all different size terminals, different size wire, DVOM meter, just one of the Harbor Freight jobs are fine, and a test light. That's what I like to travel with. This has saved my butt on the side of the road not too long ago. Had a crazy problem with my Monte Carlo and actually had to straight wire the coil to get home. As far as hand tools, you want to take, you can't take everything, and you got to get that through your mind. But you need to go through your tools. You don't need a bunch of 2s and 3s in here. You need to take a set of 3/8 deep sockets, a set of 3/8 shallows. There's a pipe cutter in here. There's a distributor wrench. We've got a short ratchet. We've got a flex head ratchet. This would be good leverage. We've got a hammer. We've got, always take that tape there, a light, adjustable. In here we've got some gloves, and because it's going to be cold, and we've got some, all the 1/4-inch drive sockets that you'll need for a classic car. Now, with that being said, hopefully we won't need none of this. But if your car has a glitch, this could get you back going. Now, another thing you might want to consider, I'm kind of in the dark on this car, but, on a long trip, taking extra alternator starter. If you've got a Petronix electronic ignition conversion, take a set of points in case the Petronix unit blows up. If you've got points, take extra points. There's just a lot of different things, but we'll use this Monte Carlo here for example. There's really not a lot of different fasteners on these cars. I mean, most of them are all basic sizes, and until you get into something like this, where it's a 1-inch or something, you really don't have a whole lot to worry about. That's the great thing about an older car. You don't need a bachelor's doctorate degree in science fiction to work on them. So like a Tesla, I guess you got to be an alien to work on a Tesla. But we've got needle nose pliers, we've got vice grips, all that stuff. So I mean, you can't see everything, but I'm just trying to go over some of the basic stuff you'll need for the road. Again, we're gonna have a jack, we're gonna have a 4-way lug wrench. Always take have your cell phone, and unfortunately, in this day and age, you need to take some sort of protection. So always have that with you at all times, even if it's just in the dash or the console. In case you break down, you will have it, because they are bad people out there, unfortunately, and you want to be prepared for those. So just be aware of that. Also, it doesn't hurt to have some type of breaker bar. Well, the jack handle works as a breaker bar, so you can kind of multitask this stuff. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Getting ready for this road trip. This will be, I'll call this video 1. I'm going to do several videos throughout the trip and talk about what we're seeing, what we're doing. And again, we're coming back. We're going to interstate in a rental car, but we're coming back Route 66 down through Colorado. We're going to pick 66 up in New Mexico through Texas, probably into Oklahoma, and wherever it starts to turn back north, we're going to get off and come on back to South Carolina. So anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hopefully this will help if you're planning a road trip, just to, especially in a classic car, to, you know, kind of the basic tools that you'll need. Now, with that being said, classic cars now are even on up into the 80s, so you'll need to take metric tools, because those cars were metric. Anything, you know, pretty much mid-70s back down, you don't have to worry about too much about metrics. Just double check that the car doesn't have a late model drivetrain. Then you're going to have a lot of metric tools. So doesn't hurt to have a set of metric sockets with you, of which I have right here, and I will throw in the bag with it, just in case something run into something that is metric. And yes, the 10 millimeter is on there. So all right, thanks for watching.